Hello and welcome to the July 16th edition of Thursday Night Thunder podcast with AJ and MMK. This is episode 48 of the series. I'm your host, Adam Jason Sinclair, and tonight on the most hardcore motorsports show on the internet, we'll be talking NHRA. We're going to remind you why we are curious for the latest and greatest auto racing news on the planet. NHRA, in collaboration with Concrete Software and Trailmark Games, announced the release of NHRA Legends of Drag Racing mobile game, which is available now and free on iOS and Android. Built on 75 years of NHRA's illustrious drag racing history, the game is built for race fans and gamers, focusing on incredible cars, rivalries, and tracks that have shaped the sport over the past 7 decades. As part of the game, fans can build out their garage, tune on cars, and then race from staging to cutting a light to shifting to making the perfect run. Players will experience NHRA drag racing competition that rewards timing, precision, and smart strategy. Players can race with gamers and fans across the world, while new events will be added to the game every week and may tied to real NHRA Mission Foods Drag Racing Series races each weekend. Legendary cars and tracks will also be continually added to the game. Built and designed by Concrete Software, the game is made to respect the history, the people, and the machines that can define NHRA, opening up a world of possibilities for every racing fan and gamer. Deeply rooted in NHRA drag racing culture, while also welcoming a global audience of fans, motorsports enthusiasts, and sports gamers, the NHRA Legends of Drag Racing mobile game provides new ways to engage with NHRA drag racing. A year ago, Braking Force dazzled the huge crowd with a record speed run at the time, going 3.645 seconds at 343.16 miles per hour. With a festive scene and an electric atmosphere on hand, as well as the added bonus, there could be something special in the works for Friday at Sonoma. The Denso NHRA Sonoma National, presented by Power Edge, will also feature a full weekend of action, Top Fuel, Fly Car, and Pro Stock, as well as Get RX Pro Stock Motorcycle Callout. Following Friday, fans get to see 2 rounds of qualifying on Saturday, along with the Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge and eliminations on Sunday. It's the 11th of 20 events during NHRA's 75th anniversary season, as the weekend will also feature the following highlights. An appearance from legendary NHRA Top Fuel and Fight Car World Champion Gary Scelzi. Scelzi is one of the only 3 drivers in NHRA history to claim world titles in both Top Fuel, 97, 98, and 2000, and Fight Car in 2005. NHRA will honor Selzy's accomplishments at his home track in Sonoma. Brittany Force appears on the special commemorative ticket for the event, following her incredible 343.16 mile per hour run from a season ago, and a new look Nitro Mall, special displays, and more. Last year's Pro Stock final was a family affair, as Greg Stanfield defeated his son Aaron in the final round. Stanfield has 2 wins on the year in 2026, while reigning world champ Dallas Glenn currently leads the points with his KB Titan racing teammate and 6-time world championship Greg Anderson in second. The event also features thrilling competition in the NHRA Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series and the popular Top the Cops exhibition race. Sonoma race fans can enjoy special previous ceremonies that introduce and celebrate each of the drivers racing for the prestigious Wally on Sunday, and the Seal Master Track Walk. After racing finishes on Sunday, fans are invited to congratulate and celebrate with event winners. Fans will always get an exclusive pit pass to the most powerful and century-filled motorsports attraction on the planet, and can visit manufacturers Midway, featuring displays, merchandise, food, and fun. As the NHRA Mission Foods Drag Racing Series enters its final stretch of the regular season, the intensity continues to build during NHRA's 75th anniversary season at the 37th annual Muckleshoot Casino Resort NHRA Northwest Nationals, which take place next weekend, July 24th through the 26th at Pacific Raceways. This year's trip to the scenic Pacific Raceways will see the return of a traditional schedule of 2 qualifying sessions on Friday and 2 on Saturday. The biggest names on the NHRA Tour will head to Seattle, as the scenic Pacific Northwest facility provides an incredible backdrop to the 12,000 horsepower, 340 mile per hour nitro burning machines. With just 3 events left in the NHRA's regular season, drivers look to put on a show to pick up an NHRA Diamond Wally on Sunday as part of NHRA's milestone campaign. The weekend kicks off on Friday, July 24th, with a pair of afternoon qualifying sessions to thrill the fans, while Saturday includes 2 more afternoon sessions, as well as the Mission #TooFast2Tasty Challenge in Top Fuel, Funny Car, and Pro Stock. Langdon has been dominant in 2026, winning 4 races so far and advancing to 7 final rounds. He has a commanding lead over his teammate and reigning world champion Doug Kalitta in second. Others to look for in Seattle will be Epping winner Leah Pruitt, rookie standout and Norwalk winner Maddie Gordon, Bristol winner Antron Brown, and motorsports legend and Winter Nationals winner Tony Stewart. Matt Hagan has won twice in 2026, including victories at Bristol and the historic 1000th NHRA Funny Car race at the Winter Nationals. Hagan is currently second in points, behind 3-time world champ Ron Capps, who has 3 wins on the season, including most recently in Norwalk. Other Seattle winners include Jack Beckman and reigning world champion Austin Prock, who has wins in both Nitro classes. Reigning Pro Stock World Champion Dallas Glenn grew up racing at Pacific Raceways and won his event in Seattle last season, where he took down 5-time world champ Greg Coughlin and shared track records. Glenn leads the points after earning 3 wins this season, while his KB Titan racing teammate and 6-time champ Greg Anderson is second, with Matt Hartford in third, thanks to 3 wins this season. Also on schedule for the weekend is action in the IHRA Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series. Seattle fans can also enjoy special pre-race ceremonies that include each driver and include the fan favorite Steelmaster Track Walk. Fans are also invited to congratulate the winners at the Winner's Circle celebration on Sunday. As always, fans get a pit pass to the most powerful and sensory-filled motorsports attraction on the planet. Fans can see their favorite teams in action and servicing their cars, get autographs, and more. They can also visit NHRA Manufacturers Midway, where sponsors and vendors create an exciting atmosphere. Are you a race car driver, crew chief, pit member, track owner? Maybe you're just a huge fan of the sport. Contact us at your spot on the show. After all, you deserve your 15 minutes of fame, and we'd love to hear from you. Easiest way to do that is to go to thursdaynightthunderpodcast.podbean.com. There's a bunch of contact information at the bottom of that page. I'm going to edit that page a little bit this weekend. Hopefully make it a little bit easier to navigate. Oh, it's not really that bad now. So be sure to check that out. You can also go to Facebook, or you can find us on motorsportsnewsandviews.wordpress.com. The NHRA and ARP teamed up on a unique bad luck program, which was created to offer assistance for racers in the Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series who run into bad luck during a national event. The program started last month in Maryland and will continue at each NHRA national event during NHRA's 75th anniversary season in 2026. Tickets are now on sale for the 61st annual In-N-Out Burger NHRA Finals, as NHRA's anniversary season will come to a thrilling conclusion at legendary In-N-Out Burger Pomona Drag Strip on November 12th through the 15th. World champions will be crowned on the hallowed grounds of Pomona, with title battles expected to go down to the wire, at least at the last of 20 races in the NHRA Mission Foods Drag Racing Series and countdown to the championship playoffs. The Milestone 2026 campaign has already been filled with unforgettable performances and record-breaking runs, and plenty more will take place in the countdown to the championship as the sport's biggest stars will compete with world titles on the line at the historic Southern California track. For fans who want the ultimate experience at the In-N-Out Burger NHRA Finals, the Top Eliminator Club offers the best seats in the house, a premium experience, and several exclusive benefits at one of the biggest races of the season. The finale will also be the final celebration of NHRA's 75th anniversary, with the following set to take place in Pomona. A legendary list of names are set to appear, including Tony Schumacher, Tommy Evo, Sean Bellemure, Terry Vance, and Del Borsham. The celebration of the run, Schumacher's dramatic record-setting Top Fuel run in 2026 in Pomona, and of course the new look Nitro Mall with special displays and much more. The facility has also been home to some of the sport's biggest moments. Liz 7 Pomona wins are the most for any Top Fuel driver in NHRA history, while four-time world champ Mac Hagan has 8 victories at the iconic track. In pro stock, Anderson has been legendary in Pomona, with 17 wins tying him with fourth for the most in Pomona history. Pro stock motorcycles Matt Smith has 6 wins at the finals, the most for any driver, any rider in the 2 world category. A return to NHRA's traditional schedule, the start of the season-long celebration honoring one of NHRA's greatest legends, and 4 iconic events will make up the opening of the 2027 NHRA Mission Foods Drag Racing Series schedule. NHRA officials announced recently that the 2027 campaign and NHRA's 76th season will feature a nod to its roots, opening with the 67th annual NHRA Winter Nationals on February 18th to 21st at In-N-Out Pomona Drag Strip, and continuing races in Phoenix, Gainesville, and Charlotte. The Opera in Pomona will feature the launch of the season-long 50 Years of Force celebration, which will honor NHRA's winningest star, legendary 16-time funny car world champion John Force. The epic festivities will open at Force's home track in Southern California, while also returning to the traditional date and starting spot for the NHRA Mission Series drag racing series. After the back-to-back race weekends open in 2027, race teams will have an off week before one of the biggest annual events of the year, the 58th annual NHRA Gare Nationals. The traditional East Coast opener is set for March 11th through the 14th, also serving the opening race of the season in Pro Stock Motorcycle. The sports-based spectacle will see an earlier date in 2027 as well, as the popular 17th annual NHRA Four-Wide Nationals and the nearly 50,000 horsepower that accompanies NHRA's most unique thrill ride will roar to life on April 2nd to the 4th at ZMAX Dragway in Charlotte. That bumps the schedule for the annual stop at the Bellagio of Drag Strips up 3 weeks, giving fans the chance to get their four-wide fix in early April, and as the next event after a massive weekend in Gainesville. Of course, as I mentioned at the beginning of the program, we have to discuss a little bit of IHRA news as well. Unfortunately, it hasn't been a very good week for IHRA. They did announce they're going to end their Pro Series schedule for this season a little early. That wasn't totally explained as to what the deal with that was. Although they did end the season early, they're expected to regroup for next season, but they're not sure what that's going to bring. They also ended their NHRA stock car season, their IHRA stock car season, a little bit early this year as well. That again was not explained totally as to what the deal with that is. Although it's been a lot of cost for them, and they have not had the best attendance at those events, but they are hoping to bring that back next year as well. IHRA's been doing a lot of expansion this year, and I think the expansion got away from them a little bit, and I think the sponsorship wasn't quite as strong as they were hoping, so it didn't work out quite as well as they were hoping it would. But hopefully they're able to work stuff out in the off season and have a better year next year. It seems like they've had this issue before. I know they have, because in several years ago we did have when IHRA was at its peak and the Nitro Jam series was going. They were on this show a few times. Their spokespeople were on here, and it was really cool. And then all of a sudden they just stopped, um, and everything sold off and things happened. Hopefully that doesn't happen again, but you never know. Things change, and one of the constants in racing as well as in life is that things do change. So we'll see how that goes, but hopefully it'll be a better year for them next year, and the people end up working things out because they had a really good thing going, and hopefully it doesn't end like it did a few years ago. So, what are you looking forward to most about the upcoming NHRA races that are going to be? I know like I said, the one at Pacific Raceways is coming up in your area very shortly. There has been, but it hasn't been as much news lately. I don't think that I don't honestly know what's going on with that. And that we did have the little report about a few months ago where NHRA was actually partnering with some of the local officials to try and get that going again. It just hasn't happened yet. I know that there isn't much going on at the track itself. At least there wasn't when I drove by it about a month ago. The lights were on. Somebody was out there, but there hasn't been any movement at all. There hasn't been any news about it. There hasn't been anything really yet. So you never know. Hopefully it picks up, and hopefully they're able to do something because it's definitely a hole here in the Palm Beaches. Although they are doing some more events out at the fairgrounds racing related, some the drifting events and that sort of thing, which is kind of cool. I know they got like 2 of those this year, so might even trying to make it out for one of those, but that's not the same as having the big facility, a big permanent track, and being able to, because they had the drifting things out there as well. So it was a multi-purpose facility, and hopefully they're able to return that at some point in the future. But there hasn't been any news, and hopefully as well as no news is good news, and not no news is just no news. So we'll see how that goes in the future, and we'll keep you updated as far as we can here. If we hear anything, we'll let you guys know. We've been good about that in the past, and we'll hopefully be good about that in the future. So that is our plan anyway. As you stated, it is kind of hot. It's really hot here too. It's the point where it was like 98 degrees here this afternoon, with a heat index of 100 over 110. So that's just too hot. It's unreasonably hot for this time of year, and it's going to get even warmer. So uh, that's not a good thing. Hopefully it's cooler here in November when we head down for Homestead, because it being that toasty in Homestead is not good at all. But hopefully it's going to be a little cooler for that. Um, we are trying to get some other guests on the program. I know that you're working on that as well. So hopefully we get that going. So if you're interested in coming on the show, please let us know. We'd love to have you. Um, in a few weeks, we might have a special guest. We're going to preview that when we can, but we're hoping to have a special guest on here in a few weeks. So talk a little bit about racing, a little bit about other things as well with that particular individual. But hopefully that pans out, because that would be interesting, and I think that would be good to have that sort of different perspective on this program once again. So we're working on it. Hopefully you guys have been listening to my Thunder Today podcast, which I've been putting out. I put out a couple of them recently. The latest one, of course, was on Tuesday. That was Two Wheel Tuesday, where I had a lot of news about motorcycle news. That one has been well received according to the statistics here on Podbean. So I'm happy you guys enjoyed that. If you want to hear more of those, please let me know. I'm planning on putting out at least one a week, sometimes 2. Really depends. This week I did do 2. I did one on Monster Monday, which was kind of fun. That one has not had the sort of listenership as I would hope, but those are really fun to me, so I'm going to keep pushing those out as well. Halloween is coming quickly now. This is, of course, Summerween, as some people are calling it, so that's kind of fun. So hopefully we're able to cover some of that with you guys as well. I'm looking forward to sharing that with you in the future. So it's been a hot summer so far, but it's not that bad, as long as you're finishing and not melting outside. But that's generally the way it goes anyway. The racing's been pretty good. Had a chance to watch some of it, not a lot, but some of it lately. So hopefully you guys are able to watch some of the events coming up. Not only the NHRA, but the NASCAR event at Wilkesboro this weekend. It'll be pretty awesome as well. I'll post some information about that probably on Saturday. I might do a little bit of that later this evening, but probably it'll be on Saturday. I'll post some information about that. As always, you can find anything that relation at motorsportsnewsandviews.wordpress.com. So, are you guys working on any racing projects out there? hopefully you're able to work something out. I know like you said, there's a lot more stuff out there for him to, a lot more racing events to think about out there than there is here, unfortunately. But there's always a few things out here too. We are looking into trying to head out to the Hendry racing thing probably sometime in the fall. And that'll be kind of cool. That is about 90 miles or so from here. Well, it's not too bad, but it's a little bit of a jaunt from here. We're trying to think about doing that maybe sometime in the fall. But again, the only race we have on the current schedule to head down to is the Homestead race. That's in November. But hopefully we'll head down to one of the Hendry things sometime in the fall, maybe in September, maybe October. See what that does. Uh, if you guys, any of the people from Hendry Racing are listening to this program, please let me know. I'd love to have one of you guys on here too. I know that we've had the guy from New Smyrna Speedway, a racer from there who lives in the West Palm Beach area. So I know there's guys from Hendry who live around here too. So if you're interested in coming on the show and telling us a little bit more about yourself, we'd love to hear you. But with that, let's go ahead and wrap up the show for tonight. A little bit shorter, but hopefully it's gave you enough information to keep you going for another week or two anyway. Be sure to check out past episodes of Thursday Night Thunder by visiting facebook.com/SD Thursday Night Thunder. Listen to previous episodes of the show at Thursday Night Thunder podcast.podbean.com. You can also find the show on iHeartRadio, Boomplay, Spotify, Player FM, and anywhere you find your favorite podcasts. You can also go to youtube.com/4plums. That's FABORPLUMBS. That's where I've got all the different shows that we're working on. There's 53 different podcasts on there, plus a few from the past. Be sure to check those out. If you're interested, please check out my racing news site at motorsportsnewsandviews.wordpress.com. That's where I post a lot of information about all different sorts of racing series. I haven't updated quite as much lately, but there are a bunch of articles on there, and they will be updated this weekend, of course, so be sure to check that out. In addition, if you're a fan of South Florida, and who isn't, be sure to check out the latest news and information about our slice of paradise at my travel blog, For Plum's Fantastic Finds, which we found on Facebook, on X at PB Happening, and by heading to For Plum's Fantastic Finds, that's FABORPLUMBS Fantastic Finds.wordpress.com. Have a great night, and thanks again.